Now rook a4.
We could have actually.
And now rook a4.
Because rook a4 actually solves the problem of everything.
Yeah.
Right? It stops rook e7 because if you take,
No, because
I
of
take.
bishop h8.
Really?
Because knight is hanging on f1 and knight is
Rook
hanging on
e7 is
e8.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice. Nice.
What a move. And now this knight is hanging, this
crazy.
knight is hanging. You can't stop both.
Right.
Wow.
And there is no rook a1.
This is so nice.
That would be a blunder right there.
In moments like this, I'm reminded of the line that Vasily Ivanchuk said to me when he came on in a commentary during a Vaikonze. He said, any good grandmaster would see it right away. Well,
said,
what's the
okay.
problem with bishop h8? Of course you play bishop h8.
Of course.
Any good grandmaster would see it right away.
Wow.
I would respond, I'm not a grandmaster. So,
And I
same, like-
appreciate the move. I respect you,
Yeah.
Vasile.
um,
Wow. Okay, they are in this ending, and it is still, I think, Magnus in trouble. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of black units on pre here.
they have gotten themselves in a decent position to make time
Yeah.
control everybody with 11 minutes to 8 respectively. Only 7 more moves to make, which we'll probably see a couple forcing moves here. So likely they'll reach the 40th move and get another 15 minutes
Knight
without too
G3.
many issues.
Knight g3, kind of expected.
Right.
King f2. I like king f2.
I do too. Something feels right about that move. I mean,
Well, it's taken.
you get out of the rook e1 check. We are allowing king f2, h4. I was going to take a pawn on a7 because I'm a pawn grabber.
But b6 folds as well.
Well, then I am a
Yeah.
real pawn grabber in that case. If I can do both.
Wesley probably calculating whether it's worthwhile to
Check. No.
give check and get the rooks off the board. You do go up a pawn, but probably with such a centralized king for black, you don't have good winning chances.
But
Okay,
I
He
must
took on
he
a7
took
right
on
away.
a7.
right away.
Okay.
But then rook e1, king f2, yeah?
Right. That's just a straight swap.
Knight
But
F5.
knight
Right away.
f5. Okay,
That makes
b6 was
sense.
hanging, but you're now threatening this rook e1.
Yeah.
You anticipate king f2 here.
Or bishop to c. No, bishop c3 would allow rook c4.
Rook c4,
perhaps?
yeah.
Oops.
King f2 is nice.
King f2
Wouldn't
makes
that be?
sense.
That would be like horrifying. You
Yeah.
play the game of your life and
And
you
then
play
you
bishop
blunder.
c3 and rook
Yeah, yeah.
c4.
Bishop h8 is possible.
Okay, but I definitely like king f2. I want to get
Yeah.
out of
King
this
F2, yeah.
h4 knight
Yep.
g3 mating nets that we're so familiar with. So king f2.
You can also play king h2 in the sense that if black really starts to spend their time on h4, they're still a few moves away. Maybe there's something you have if you can. Although it's very dangerous, yeah.
But in both games, they do the same. It's like great attack, and then we go to
Yeah,
endgame.
great attack. I mean, Magnus, if you're just joining us, ultimately had a very, very dangerous attack. May have missed a win in game one. Obviously, we'll have a news report afterwards. So if you're tuning in and really curious, check that out at chess.com/news. But either
what a
way,
game.
it ultimately went to an endgame where So held a draw, and now we're in an endgame, and maybe Magnus will hold a draw as well.
But king f2 first.
These are better winning chances maybe than what Magnus had.
Exactly. That's what I want to say. My first take is that king f2 is a very, very promising endgame advantage. Again, because b6.
Bishop h8.
Yeah.
Any good
Bishop
grandmasters?
h8.
Any good grandmasters.
Come on, Yaz.
Obvious.
Obviously,
obvious.
bishop
I mean,
h8.
come on. Why are we wasting time?
But Wesley's playing so good. I mean, his defensive skills and attacking skills,
The combination
it's
is
just
devastating.
amazing today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's really been on his game
fire.
today. And
On fire.
Wow.
I'm still not quite sure why king f2 was not chosen. Was he afraid of rook f4 check and the king
But
doesn't
now
have a
he
good-
wants to take knight b6.
Okay,
Rook e2
rook
is played.
e2. This is the issue. Knight b6, h4.
Yeah, can you
knight
do
e3.
something?
Maybe
this is why you would have played king f2.
precisely. Knight b6, knight e3. I think is an
Knight
issue.
e3.
Yeah, because there's no more knight e7 check, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
my
then bishop
goodness.
d4.
And if rook
Rook
g2,
e2
king h1.
and rook e2. or rook g2 and rook g3. Sorry, can we put that on the board?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it. Knight b6,
Knight e3,
knight e3,
bishop
bishop
d4.
d4. Ooh, g4.
G4.
G4,
Check, and then
wow.
here.
And rook g3, rook g3, rook g3,
Oh, rook
Danny.
g3.
Yeah.
And that's a big hit on against h3.
Is g4 really an exclam? I mean, what's the idea on knight e3? How is it?
Well,
oh,
we've
e7
got
is
E7
e7 is
check.
available for business. Wow.
Precisely.
Takes.
Take.
What a move, actually. What,
Take.
Is that kind of obvious now?
Well, after
No, but
knight,
now if I trade and I take on b6 as well,
Yeah, because now e7 is just available.
but then
Precisely.
he will trade one. He will sacrifice.
okay, so the
one
point
piece.
is the knight on f5 can't simply move away. Knight
Yeah,
h4.
Magnus is now under 5 minutes to figure this out. Now he
Wow.
will get 15 more minutes and 4
Add
more
the move
moves.
40. That he's got to play 4 moves. After knight h4, rook e7 check is a skewer.
Yeah.
If you stop the skewer with knight e3, rook e7 check just simply wins the knight on e8. I don't think there's any perpets.
Yeah, this looks.
This looks gone.
Although there is a check and then a knight check.
But a check runs into king f2.
F2. And
King
there's nothing
f2,
to
knight. Yeah,
Knight
knight
g4,
g4, king e1.
Okay, he plays knight e3. We're going to find out. We're in this line.
Oh my god.
Here
Rook.
comes
Oh
rook
my
e7.
god. Rook e7?
check.
It's either winning for So or Magnus has some very, very
Genius.
tricky drawing swindle up his sleeve here.
Genius swindle up his sleeve.
But
And
rook
Wesley
e7.
looked.
He's
Did
going to
you
call
see
his bluff.
Rook
Wes-
e8.
Wesley looked across the board at
on.
Magnus. They're like,
Like, I don't see what's
He
going on
takes.
here. I'm going to take your piece.
And knight b6 also with
check his hand.
check.
Okay,
King
rook
h1.
g2, king h1.
Rook g4. Okay, but that's just a piece.
He's just down a piece.
Knight b6. Check.
Knight b6 with check.
Knight b6 check.
Wow, Magnus is completely on the gun. So takes a breath, which is smart when you're
Yeah.
kind of nervous and surprised
What a
that the world
game!
champion
Oh my god.
has given you the piece on e7 and wowzers.
And
we
it-
could see.
And if it's the position I think they're getting to, it's a knight which can anchor back. And
But what is the
Defend the
drawing?
pawn.
What is the drawing pattern? I mean,
what you want as black is you want a rook and knight versus rook and knight, right? But you want the a pawn. No, you want rook and knight versus rook. Rook, knight, and pawn versus rook.
Right, rook, knight, and pawn.
But okay, well, let's do it. Rook takes e3, rook check, king g2,
I don't.
rook takes, knight takes b6, king c5. So what you want is something like where they go a5, and your knight is misplaced. So I go king.
Well, remember, we saw a game
B4.
again, Nepomniachtchi versus Vichy Anand.
But
Or
one
the colors
question.
reversed.
No, I'm
Sorry.
thinking Magnus Carlsen versus Sergei Karyakin from the World Championship.
Similar, yeah. The knight couldn't coordinate to guard
Please,
the pawn.
please, Sabiko.
One
Please,
question,
please,
one
please.
question.
Aren't we a piece up?
I mean, why to take rook e3?
Okay, let's
Rook,
see.
knight
Let's see.
b6.
Right away.
What do you want generally? I
I
mean,
want to go here. Same
Yeah.
thing.
a5.
Okay.
You're just giving the bishop.
Why am
Well,
I
no,
giving
no, no,
bishop?
no, no.
It's
Bishop is defended.
Defended.
Oh,
Thank
okay,
goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to keep.
I mean, what is the
And-
draw? But
So your
What
point
can you
is
do? I mean-
there is no reason to trade into the rook and knight. Keep the bishop,
Yeah.
which is, by the way, a pretty good piece.
yeah,
It's a very good
and
piece,
it's just
but
a
you can-
piece, no?
Yes, it is. But remember, it's just.
I was
going to
say that all
I mean,
along.
it's just a piece.
Well, it's a piece and a pawn. Okay, let's be very, very clear.
Yeah, wow.
But if
Okay, so this is the
Magnus has played rook g4,
He also
he
has
wants to
rook,
play rook a.
rook e5. Rook e5? No.
the players have
So,
reached move 40. That is why
knight-
we have more
He
time.
He just took on e3.
Okay, he goes for it.
Yeah, it goes.
That could be a.
Check.
You may be right in the end if there's some awkward way to corner, but So
Well,
is
no,
likely
I- I-
No,
calculated.
I think he calculated that he's winning.
Okay, so the variation I think Wesley has calculated is king g2, rook h8, knight b6, king c5, rook b3. I think that's what Wesley has in mind. Rook
Just cut the
b3.
king off and
To
help the
cut
pawn
the king
push.
off.
Yeah.
There is
so
no
that you
rook
can-
a8, which is important.
Very important. No rook a8, rook a6 ideas.
Yeah, that is true. Yes.
Okay.
There is this move, and try to get to a7 with a similar approach.
But I can bring my king first. I mean, I'm not doing
But-
Oh, yeah,
anything.
the knight is
This,
guarded.
Yeah.
this I've got you. Now I've got you for sure. Rook b5 check.
King c6.
Knight c4.
Aha.
Rook to a7. Knight to a5 check, and I can
you're
bring
cut
my
everything
king
off. You cut everything
and
off.
everything is gorgeous.
This is really important that we understand that you don't want to push the pawn. I think that's where a lot of people withdraw the game. Is
right.
The moment you push and you put yourself in a position, because I think for a lot of our viewers, they maybe don't even know that, again, rook and knight versus rook is just a draw.
Exactly.
It's a theoretical draw. Now, there are some unique circumstances where, because of certain coordination, you can lose. But theoretically, with an active king, you should not be able to win. So really instructive to see how Yaz is kind of making sure the rook and the knight don't allow this.
Exactly. Don't push your pawn too
on that note, a move I wanted to suggest here was actually the move rook c3 to guard the knight and then take next, but only because it cut off the king. The problem is rook h6. It doesn't work.
Precisely.
But along the same vein of, I want to make sure this king doesn't get over and that his rook can't blockade. But again, I think the line you gave looks like it works just fine.
Yeah, I suspect the line you just offered.
Maybe knight c6, king c6. Sorry, king c6 instead of king c5, and king b7, king a6.
Now,
king c6.
Yeah. So, but here again, now it's slow enough that we try to get in. Don't go here.
King f2.
King f2. Okay.
King a6.
Nepomniachtchi, for those who are curious, is likely winning in his game with Fabian Caruana. We apologize if you showed up to watch the bronze medal match. I'm sorry, you're at the wrong show.
Yeah, right.
Because we're on the edge of our seats here with maybe an opportunity for somebody to leave. But again, you can go to chess.com/events. You can go to chess.com/live. On the phone, you can watch anything you want if you're using the mobile app. So you have plenty of options to watch the games if you do want to choose your own adventure. But we're going to stay right here.
And on Netflix, we have Breaking Bad.
On Netflix, there is Breaking Bad. If you're into binge watching
exactly.
What I don't get, though, is like, why did you put yourself in this situation?
Wesley is convinced he knows that this is a win.
Yeah, then
he goes for it, right?
Yeah. Right.
So all you need is one win, and everybody has their own style. Now, I happen to agree with you, Sapico, that in this case, I would have liked to have kept my bishop.
Yeah, me too. I would think that it's much easier.
And he has played, by the way, the move rook b3.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely for sure that Wesley
king
calculated
c5,
this
not king c6.
and is ready to meet, what was your move? Rook h...
My move was rook h7.
Yes. I'm sure he's ready to meet rook h7.
With rook b5 and the maneuver with the knight.
And knight c4, yes.
But
and by the way, I just saw there, if I read him correctly, Magnus realizes he's gone.
He just saw that idea.
He just saw that idea. Yeah, right? But Wesley was shaking his head, and it looked like he was like not satisfied, but I know that Wesley always shakes his head. when he has also winning position, he's like...
Well, there's like the 10,000 faces of Hikaru Nakamura, and I have not been able to decipher them, by the way.
The Chess TV chat made the same comparison. Perhaps he's just trying to play like Hikaru or look like Hikaru. But again, it really has been a fascinating game over there between Nepomniachtchi and Fabian Caruana.
It's just their bad luck that they happen to have
bad
played.
luck they happen to be
at a time when Wesley and Magnus have played.
We have fireworks here.
Phenomenal.
We had. This has been. I mean, we saw game one was fantastic.
Yeah.
Very well defended. Magnus barely let it get away from him.
But this is off the.
But this is. I mean, bishop h6, bishop takes g7.
Like ridiculously.
Wow. Yeah. The fact that we were even analyzing lines with h4 and the bishop h6, queen h8 mate.
It was amazing.
That's a commentator's dream.
Wow.
It just.
It is.
And I'm glad because we managed to really find some amazing lines. I mean, Gary.
Yeah.
Gary Kasparov would have said, hey, I love this type of chess, man. Sign me up. Look at Wesley. He knows he's got the game in hand. He just, has to very, very calmly, bring it home.
And that's the way. If he wins this one, such a nice way to end it. There is no more game.
No, I mean, that's it for today.
For today.
It was
2 games of slow rapid.
For today.
There's plenty. Don't scare the fans.
There's plenty of games to be played.
But yes, for today, this is it. This is the lead.
But what I mean is that if he wins this one, and if we compare, if he won the first one and drew a second one, it would not be the same. It's much better to draw first one and win, and then there's no more game.
That's it. That's it. Close the door. Thank you for coming. I enjoyed. And by the way, we highlighted at the very start of the show that in their individual matchups, Magnus has actually got a pretty powerful, I'm not going to say monster score, but a pretty good
one.
Yeah.
Overall. And
They're starting clean here with Fischer random.
Yeah.
So this is So's chance to kind of right that ship.
Exactly. What a...
But what a game. I
Truly.
mean, seriously,
Epic.
it's amazing.
Now-
One of the best ones.
Now, this is a
I've
very
ever seen.
easy win, by the way. King c6, just to put this, because I think this is a very important point. King c6, knight c4, king c5,
There's no rook h4?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. King c5, knight b2. Knight
Yeah.
boy 2.
Oh,
Boy
B2.
2.
B2.
Knight boy 2.
Yeah.
Now you can't touch the pawn
Yeah.
on
Guard
a4,
this.
Yeah.
and I
You
can
can't-
bring
you
my
can't touch
king.
the rook either.
Right.
That's key.
Right. And now I can quietly bring my king happily over to the queen side and escort the pawn home. Thank you. So the only chance Magnus has is to try to keep this
trade
knight.
rooks.
Yeah, to try to keep this knight offside. Trading rooks doesn't help per se. Like, for example...
It doesn't help because if I'm in time,
yeah, if the
like
knight
knight
on
d,
c4.
then it doesn't
yeah,
matter.
and then knight b2, that's it. It's
right.
over.
Yeah.
But still, you have to calculate the right square, no? And the tempi.
That's it. But, okay, so if it was white to move... Hold on. The current position, if
I'm
you
sorry,
please.
in the position it's black to play.
Right. So if I'm in black shoes, I'm thinking about moves like rook h4, and let me just give you an example of where it could go wrong for Wesley. King f2, rook b4.
Now you get there in time.
Yeah.
And now after rook takes, king e3, king b6.
That's
Why you want your knight on b2.
That's why first
not
rook
b6.
b5 check
Okay.
instead of king f2.
Okay, so
Well, and with the rook,
Rook
yeah,
So
b5
rook
check.
b5
b5 is just
check,
fine, and then on king c6, you have
and now
no
I'm
move.
threatening
King
rook
f3.
takes a4.
Yeah.
Oh, rook takes a4.
Rook takes
Watch
a4 is
out.
a threat. So you have to bring your rook back to b2 now.
But then king c5?
Then king c5 again. And
Maybe then there's still a threat of rook b4.
But
I think so.
but wait, I will go a5 now.
Okay.
Maybe you should have played a5 before. With the
Well,
rook.
if you go a5 now, can I go rook h7, rook a7?
You should, I think.
It's
Knight-
weird.
knight-
We just
Yeah.
I'm just trying to show the pitfalls
Yeah.
that the endgame has.
Now you can play
Knight
knight
a4.
a4.
Yeah.
And rook b6 check.
Right,
That's a
or just rook b6 anyway. No
Anytime.
matter where you
Anyway.
move. This is
Yeah.
the move. And then a6.
And then a6.
Right, and
Right.
now you're getting the right setup with
Do
your
we have a
knight.
move? Okay, indeed, Magnus has figured out this is his best chance, which is the threat of rook to b4, everybody. This is the key.
Right.
Wesley has...
I can go a5 directly, yeah?
Yes. Isn't
Yeah,
that
that's what I was saying before, is
transposing?
that a5 is already possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm
it's nicer, I guess,
Yeah,
to
I agree,
right,
because you don't
yeah.
need the rook on the second rank when the king is there. Like, you're trying to stop also ideas where the rook comes behind. This is a fine square for the rook if you just play a5.
I would say more that it's important to keep king on c5, because if you give check and king c6, then you don't have knight a4 with check.
Because the king comes to a6.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this line, if you play rook b5 and then rook back, the point is the king comes here.
Yeah.
And he's walking in front, indeed.
It's a
Okay,
little
so there's
tricky
no
there, right?
reason to waste time here. But this is a very smart move by Magnus, because he's forcing Wesley to find and
Rook b5
okay, he's played rook
played.
b5. That could be a blunder by Wesley.
No, I
And
think
rook
it's
b1.
okay.
No,
And
but he's
rook
going to allow
b1.
king b7.
No, I think that's still okay. So, for example, king b7, and I get the perfect setup again. Knight c4 check,
But your rook is on b.
rook b6 check,
Aha.
and
But
rook
rook
b4.
c4? Woohoo!
I get or maybe rook c6. Either way,
Actually,
it's
this
so
is
long as
really
my
key.
knight
Yeah.
is behind.
Yeah, as long as you
Yeah.
give this check, actually, no matter where the king goes, you can play rook b4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even on king a6, you could have just played it right away.
Yeah.
Right.
And then bring the king,
Bring king.
a5, And king a4.
Exactly. And away you go.
Okay,
Sweet.
so this is key. Rook b5, rook b1. Now that the rook is also not on the second or third rank, you're finally threatening to rush the king because there's no skewer.
Right.
Which has been the problem. You can't just...
Exactly. You can't just run to the queen side and allow a rook h3 check.
I'm learning so much about chess right now. Can I just share? I'm like a
share the happiness.
Little schoolboy here.
Yeah.
Like this is just so awesome. Just to see the...
I'm telling you, I feel like I should get out some popcorn and
I know,
watch these guys. I don't even want to
ice cream and...
This is so good.
If I was at home right now and the kids are in bed, it's like, get to make myself a bowl of cereal. Don't have to explain it to the kids.
Right.
Back to chess.
It's 10 p.m. I don't care.
Okay, rook h5.
Rook
Okay,
h5, all right.
so Magnus has an idea. Magnus's idea is that after
Rook
king
a5,
f3,
rook a6.
correct.
Yeah.
Exactly. King f3, rook a5, and after king f3, rook a5, if I go rook b4.
But I just want to show this line.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
This is the issue, precisely.
Okay.
So if I go after rook a5, rook b4 with the idea...
rook a6 and king c5.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what I'm saying.
But hold on. There's a problem. Rook b4.
Right away?
Now. So now you can't... Oh, yes, you can. Rook a5, knight c4, king c5.
And if I trade a5, you get a4.
That's a sweet line.
I think Magnus.
So that's a pitfall that Wesley
pitfall.
has to avoid.
It feels like he's going to hold.
Oh my God.
No,
I'm just
this
getting
is
this
lost.
weird feeling
Yeah,
that
Knight
Magnus
I'm also-
c4. Knight c4 stops rook a5. Now, if you go rook h4,
If you go rook c5, the one advantage is that you can't occupy that square with both pieces.
Exactly. But also, I think that with the knight on c4 now, I can... Yeah, he's played knight c4. After king c5, I can also
Rook
go...
b5. King c5, rook
Yeah,
b5.
king c5, you just win
No,
the rook.
you have to play rook h4. I was about to say, I think I can just simply go rook c1 now.
You almost have knight b2 here.
And also knight b2.
Knight b6.
What?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Why did he go...
He's just gaining time.
But he's not
but there is no
gaining time.
gain. This is not...
Oh, yeah.
There is no increment here.
There's no gaining time. No, I thought...
That's the normal commentator response. He's just gaining time. I'm like,
No, I think it's knight c4, rook h4, knight b2 right away.
Yeah.
Okay, can we just put that on the
But-
board?
I think
Knight
this is...
Because rook b4, I go rook c1 check and rook c2. And that's the setup I want. I always just want the knight on b2, and I'm 100% sure I'm winning. With the knight on b2, my rook on c2, I'm 100% sure.
Oh,
Wow.
I don't
What
know.
an endgame.
This
I
is
don't know.
really
I'm
instructive to see how
nervous.
Magnus is drawing this.
But
I
he's
mean,
trying his best to make it
Yeah.
as difficult as possible for Wesley, and you got to give Magnus all the credit in the world for that. I mean, not only is he always grinding you down, but
he's grinding me down.
he's
I'm
really-
exhausted
he's
now.
finding, he's
no.
finding the
No.
ways.
Come on.
No, so knight c4. Come on, Wesley. Why did Wesley go
Come
knight
on.
d6?
Not again. Not again.
I think Wesley was up a piece against Nepo and made a draw. He's having some difficulty winning games a piece up, which is a very strange thing. Normally his technique is impeccable.
I think he will win this one.
He's looking a little frustrated, a little kind of... Okay, right now he's confirming lines.
Again, I think that there was a Magnus Carlsen, Sergei Kiriak, and I think it was game 3.
I saw a comment in chat
from New
earlier,
York.
Kasparov, Kramnik, from their World Championship match. Kasparov saved an endgame.
Okay. Doesn't come instantly to my mind, but okay, that was 2000, yeah.
It could also be the chat was wrong.
How about this? Knight c4, rook h4, rook c1.
Rook b5 was not a good move.
It was not a good move.
A5 was winning, I think.
That's what I'm saying.
Are those clock times? I know
The
Magnus
clock times
is
are what they were
accurate,
at the start of the move. So for Magnus, it is accurate.
and Wesley's.
For Wesley, he is currently on the clock. He had 15 minutes and 12 seconds when it was his turn.
Well, let's assume for a moment that Magnus realizes he's dead lost. That he is dead lost, right? Like, and we can see his body posture, like as if he's He doesn't want to give any tells to his opponent that, dude, you're winning. You know, like he's not putting on his jacket, having some kind of resigned, you know.
I do that all the time. Half my game is
and
just
then
body
shows
language.
you know, shows a stalemate trick, you know, that he's
But
playing for all
he
along.
Okay, but
has
is he
to
really still
try
winning?
now.
Let's
Yes,
see,
knight c4 is it's easy.
Rook h4, this is where we were. Knight b2.
easy. Yeah.
Rook b4.
Rook c1
So
check.
the key is this check followed by this move, and
Yes.
you're set up.
Yes,
You're
and
good.
then
Yeah,
you
no,
just
you're right.
you
This
just
is-
drag your king all the way over
This
to the
is the
queen side.
instructive stuff that Yaz knows.
Oh yeah.
No,
this
but
is-
wait a second. I have rook b3, king b4, king a3.
Great. You're
Okay,
gonna
he goes
take my
back.
knight?
He
Yeah.
sees it. He
No,
plays
No,
knight
I'm not
b2.
gonna take. Ah!
He plays knight b2.
He does.
He goes
Okay,
for
that's
it.
it. That's the win. And Magnus knows it, of course. That's it.
But Magnus is gonna be tricky. Magnus will play.
Of course, Magnus is
something.
and they always
Wow.
come to the press conference afterwards. Why didn't you play this move? I wanted to resign. They never
Yeah.
want to resign.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
never resign.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to resign, but no. This is the right setup. With the knight on b2, I'm 100% sure.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a wonderful comment that Joel Benjamin, Grandmaster Joel Benjamin, played Victor Korchnoi for the first time, and Victor went into an ending that Joel really thought he had some chances. And so Joel said, well, why didn't you just play this and win in the middle game? And Victor said, what? This is the ABCs of chess. Don't you know?
Oh God.
Joel was like, okay.
Nothing like the crash
Russian
dump.
schoolboys know these
Yeah.
things. I don't know. I was raised in New York City. Come on.
He's like, but this is an easy ending.
Yeah, the
You don't
easy
know
ending.
this.
This is simple. This is
But
easy.
what if I play king b6?
Okay. And I will play, just for argument's sake, rook c1. Just for argument's sake. And you will play king a5.
King a5.
I'll play rook c2.
Just to let her have the goal.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
let's get it there.
let's go.
I'm excited. I don't know where this is going.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah,
so
but
good though.
I cannot. I mean, king a3, rook b4. I don't want. I cannot take it.
Yeah, you're not even threatening.
No, exactly.
That's the problem, is you
Yeah.
get all the way
Okay.
here and you're not even threatening to
Yeah.
take.
Exactly. Show that to our
Okay,
audience
so
for a
we'll just
moment.
show it. King f3 here, king here, and for
I
good
bring
measure I'll
my-
play king e2.
Yeah.
I was going
Just
to
to
say
prove
king
the point.
d3, yeah, but right.
Just king b3, but it doesn't matter. Like, you get here and you're not even threatening.
To take the knight at all, exactly. Okay, so again,
Yeah.
Wesley's got a lot of time. That's also very important. And he has played the move, king b6.
King b6, Magnus trying to keep it as difficult as possible. Wesley still has to prove he understands Yasser Seirawan's
No.
optimal coordination.
No, he's got this. This is in the bag, as they say. Another idea here is actually kind of nice for white. How about rook a1? So I don't know. Rook a. Go ahead, Danny, for just a second.
Okay.
Rook a1, king a5, king f3. Now what this means is you can't play king b4 because maybe the
A5,
pawn
A5.
is really, really, really fast
Yeah.
in a lot of cases.
Although it's a funny line if you play a move like this, and then you go back to get in front, and now I've chased your pawn.
And you've coaxed my
I've
pawn
coaxed your,
up.
I've coaxed your
Uh-oh.
pawn too far.
But no, I think it's a win. King e4. King
You get knight
d5.
c4,
Yeah.
Correct.
and then you get knight d6.
Yes, and you
And I'm
can't take
losing.
the pawn. After king b6, I'll move
And then
my
I
rook.
get knight c8.
Yes.
Just even this.
Knight
and
c8
it's
is
Zug's
so
one.
nice.
Oh, your turn.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So rook a1 might work, but again,
rook
it seems
a1
that
might work as well.
seems that now king f3, rook a1, and rook c1 probably all win.
I suspect that even here, if you got rook b4, if it was black to move and he could play rook b4,
It would probably still be winning.
yeah, I suspect so, that the king will just march over to
That's
c3.
what I'm saying. I think that the other way to look at it is you've actually established the goal you need with the knight being protected, who protects the pawn, and you don't really need to improve the rook,
Yeah.
as ugly as it looks.
Right.
Right.
And it's a temporary thing. So we're thinking that king f3, king a5, king e3 is good enough as well.
Okay,
And
Magnus
he's done
raises
it.
his eyebrows on king g3.
He's done it. He invited. Oh, by the way,
But now
Wesley
the idea
said
is he's going to move a tempo.
Wesley set a beautiful trap. Did you see that trap? Wesley was hoping for rook b4.
And then knight c4.
And then knight c4.
Exactly.
And then take
Trade.
a5.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
a5
And it's frozen.
Yes, exactly.
Can't
But
take the
Magnus
knight.
didn't fall
We got
for
a
that
queen.
one.
King b5 is just frozen.
Yeah,
So okay, Magnus plays rook d4, but this was a nice idea by Wesley because now you gain another tempo.
exactly.
So you gain one tempo, which maybe doesn't matter, but king f3, king e3, you gain a second tempo on the way over.
I love gaining tempi in any kind of ending. In any kind of ending, you know, like these king and pawn endings, you know, where you think everything wins. No.
No,
Play,
gain a tempo along the way.
gain the tempo. Take it.
Get a nice view of the back of Wesley's chair there.
Now, does Wesley have rook d1, by the way? Rook d1, any reasons that might,
Rook b4.
and then a check on d6. Can I just see that?
You have rook
I
d2
think
all
king
the
f3,
time,
Yeah, I would
think
say
f3.
why. But
Yeah.
you want to play this?
Yeah, because after check, and now check again, and now...
You still have to
I
go
still
here
have to
anyway,
go
right? It's
rook
kind
d2.
of
It
the same
doesn't
thing.
make
We have them.
sense. It's better just to bring the king across. King f3, king e3, or as we've seen. Yes, he's done it.
Yeah, king f3, king a5, and now king e3.
Right.
The Nepomniachtchi Caruana game is
It's still
going.
no way.
Still going.
I mean, how could
Nepomniachtchi
it be going on?
is about to stop the bleeding, perhaps with a victory.
That's
If you're just
That's
tuning in, we have
terrible.
almost
I mean,
17,000 of you.
one of the greatest games you'll ever see.
We're not
the
going
Fischer
anywhere,
random.
but again, this is
As
if you're just tuning in, this was a rather brilliant performance by Wesley So to get here, assuming he converts the kind of attack
what
that.
are you, the master of understatement?
I think rather brilliant is a way to say something is like flippin' awesome. Like
It's been flipping awesome.
It's been flipping
now
awesome,
you're
you know?
talking. I mean, tell us-
Actually,
Yeah.
one idea, if I bring my king to c3, then I can play knight c4, and you cannot take pawn because rook b4 mate.
oh, there's
Exactly.
another mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wesley's rook finally finds freedom.
By the way, threat rook h5 to b5.
Aha.
So defending the knight
Yeah.
in a really, really good way. So, for example,
Rook b8 probably he has to play now.
rook b8.
You
rook-
mean if he stays on d file, then I can
You
rook
can
d2, rook h5, rook b5.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh, rook d2 he cannot even play. Sorry,
Rook-
rook d7 or something.
Sorry, I was so focused
Yes.
on the live board, I forgot. Bring our
Okay, so rook h1. So here's a cute line by Wesley. Rook h1, rook b8, king.
Check.
Pardon me. Check. King b4, king d2, king a3, rook b5. And this is your checkmating
Nice.
idea. Rook d8 check.
Yeah.
King c3.
c3 and rook
rook
c8,
c8.
knight c4.
Precisely. Rook c8 check, knight c4 check, king a, and what a finish that would be.
Yeah.
I mean, almost a perfect finish for
Yeah.
an extraordinary game. I
Yeah,
mean,
Magnus is not happy, definitely.
by the way, again, Wesley.
Oh,
showing
now
some
knight c4, knight
very,
b6.
Very, very nice technique.
He's also just
staying-
immediately threatening rook d4.
Yeah.
This will
Precisely.
be winning on the spot. The rook
Exactly.
lets
Where-
the king in, and the game is over.
And seriously, that look that Wesley just gave.
Yeah,
that look
that's Wesley finally
he-
knows he's winning. Look,
Yeah.
He knows he's got this in the bag.
right.
Yeah. Knight.
He can bring the king to d3 now. There's
Exactly.
But
no more magic tricks.
No more magic.
actually,
Yes.
it's 7 minutes just on his clock. I mean,
For
With no
Wesley,
delay.
with
no delay.
delay.
It's a good
with
point.
no
It's a good
delay,
point.
and
is-
he has
it's
to no
sufficient.
increments.
It's
So I
sufficient.
will play it till the end, till
Oh,
you
for
mate
sure. I
me,
mean,
like
or at
king
least until
a8
I
or
lose.
And I
something.
will mate you.
Yeah.
happily mate you.
So now
Yeah.
rook c4,
Rook c4.
Yeah.
king
Yes.
c3.
Exactly.
What an amazing technique here right
yeah.
now by Wesley. I
Yeah,
mean, he
he's
almost
showing the goods.
almost
He's delivering the goods. Sorry, I meant to say.
King
Yeah.
c2.
Okay.
He can put the king on b3, block on c3 with the rook, knight
Yeah.
c4. So he
Exactly.
finally has optimal coordination.
Exactly.
And we're going to have drama here in Norway
Are we
because
ever?
the reigning world champion and hometown hero Magnus Carlsen will be behind.
By 3 whole
3 points.
Yep.
That's a
whole
lot.
points.
This is we're pretty much able to call it now because
Yeah.
this is wow.
Okay. So Wesley also. Whoops.
Oops, sorry. That was,
Hold on, that's
that,
the other game?
That
Oh,
was
that's
called a
the other
misclick.
game.
Was that the other game?
We
with
can
two
look
numbers?
at it if we
Can
want.
just
I
take
kinda
a
wanna
quick
s- I mean,
look? Yeah, just a quick
Just-
look.
just a quick look.
Just flashing. That's it. It's
Two
interesting. Now we're going back.
nights. Okay.
Now we're going back.
Boy.
This
Okay.
is
Okay.
This is where the drama is right here.
As a pattern recognition, if I gave you a chess set now, how many pieces could you
I got them all.
properly put
I got
on?
them all.
I think I
Well,
got
you've
them
been-
all.
No, I
King
haven't.
D6, 95, 96, knight f7 he already played, white king e4, pawn h5.
No,
No?
there's no white king e4.
No?
No white
I'm
white king's
really
on H1.
impressed. Just a moment.
Oh, king
Wow.
h1?
White king's on
What-
H1.
What
White
was
knight
it on
D2.
e4?
I don't know.
There was something on e4, no?
We'll see now. Let's look.
No.
Ah, d4.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Still,
I got it completely.
because
The
you-
world champion is
you
about
had
to
a
lose,
half
and
a
we're doing
second,
calculation
and you
exercises.
did
so.
amazingly.
All right, this is
Okay, now he's set up for knight c4 check.
what? Whoa!
What?
What happened there? Oh, he has a stalemate trick.
Six.
Oh man, what a funny move! The immediate response is there's a DGT relay error.
Right, you're right.
Wow.
Rook takes c6 would be probably
Knight
one of the
C4 check is
one
good
of the
enough.
greatest
Okay.
howlers
Yeah, rook
of
c4.
the
Yeah.
Rook c5.
Now you have rook
21st
C5,
century.
Yeah.
King D4, Knight C4.
Exactly, and rock and roll.
Yeah.
So Magnus frustrated, but going to play this thing out again. If we're talking about time, it's still drama here because remember, no delay, no increment. So what you see is what you get, and even the fastest players probably lose at least a second.
Yeah, he has to be
And,
quick.
The physical mobility of just
Knight c4, come on.
yes, knight c4
Rook h1.
with the king b4. I guess he played. All right, check.
Check, backs up the
Knight
king.
c4. So now your king can go to the a5 square very nicely.
Yeah.
So
Rook
just
b6.
rook
King
and rook g6. That's
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Then king a5, rook g7.
exactly. And
Yeah.
he's done it.
Yeah.
And by the way,
The threat of rook g7.
now there are serious checkmating patterns too,
Yep.
because you can win rook and knight versus rook with certain checkmating
Yeah.
patterns. The
Yeah, you're already close enough. Nepomniachtchi
Exactly.
has won, by the way.
our congratulations to Jan.
But how is it actually? I cannot get the ace. I can't get their pawn and knight versus king when it's
no,
when
no.
it's nice for black.
it's-
Yeah, like rook g7, rook b7, let's say. Then
right.
I don't have pawn and
There are some
b7.
Now here by
outside
the-
stalemating ideas. You have to
For
be
example,
careful to just
knight-
like put a knight on b6 or
right.
something, right? And
Please play that knight
just
b6.
to show everybody, here comes rook
check,
a4,
king a6.
rook a5,
Uh-oh.
draw.
Shame.
And for the record, at this point, it would be a draw even on a move like this
Yeah,
because
he
of rook to b5.
resigned.
But okay, Magnus Carlsen resigns because Wesley
I am.
does not allow the
Yeah.
stalemate trick.
I mean,
Yeah,
that,
definitely.
That was a phenomenal game.
Oh, Nepomniachtchi won.
Yep.
Yes, we
Nepomniachtchi
had
has
two
stopped the
decisive
bleeding.
games.
Wesley So comes up with a huge victory.
Welcome to the Fischer Random World Championship.
Seriously.